Pixel 8 Pro is getting smarter. Yes, the smartest phone, smartphone is about to get more intelligent because there's an update that is coming out for the phone. It's going to roll out to the Pixel 8 Pro first. Started, I think, to roll out. The app was available in the Play Store, and then people started reporting on it, and it's since disappeared. But what it is it's an AI core app. Now, there's going to need some explanation, so bear with me on this. So it's kind of an app, but really, from what it looks like it is, it's more of a background process. And the foundational belief is that the AI core app will keep all the different AI models up to date on your phone and also help facilitate doing AI functions on the phone more effectively, like, well, Magic Eraser and Magic Editor and all those different things, trying to make them more smarter, more effective, and all that good stuff. So there are things that we need to talk about here. So we know that the Tensor G3 is built around the idea of being a very, very smart chip. It's supposed to do AI, machine learning, all that great stuff. And I know a lot of people have been kind of underwhelmed with that, which rightfully so. A lot of people don't realize all the stuff that AI and machine learning are actually doing on the phone all the time. They think that it's just a Magic Eraser or a Magic Editor and nothing else, when really that's not the case at all. But there are foundational models that AI uses, that Google specifically uses, and they have three of them. One is called Cody, one is called Chirp, and one is called Imagen. And it uses these three different models to do like the photo editing, the photo unblurring, they're moving towards, we know we're supposed to be getting Bard integrated with the phone. We're also, Google mentioned when they announced the phone that we'd be looking at being able to like generate photos on the phone. We can't do that yet. And pretty much no phone can do that without the offsite service of some sort of AI server. We know that. We talked about this briefly the other day. Edge AI, which is done, AI stuff that's done on the platform, and then there's cloud AI. And I've talked about one of the biggest strengths of Google phones being that they have these foundational models that Google has for AI. And then also because it's programmed for it, and also because you have the AI servers, the Tensor servers that Google uses. So Google is set up for success in this department because they have the AI edge technology right here built in the Tensor 3 on your Pixel 8 Pro, and then it can do some of that on the phone and then sends the rest of the instructions to the Google Cloud server so it can do the rest of the AI computation. So that's kind of how it works together. So it can do some stuff on the phone, some of it has to be farmed by the cloud. It just requires too powerful AI. But the thing is, these models get updated all the time. There's a hardware and a software component to this. We've got the hardware, we got the Tensor G3, we've got the language interpretation, all that stuff that it can do, but it needs updated access to those models. And of course, it needs access to the Google AI servers, the Tensor servers, to be able to do some of the heavy lifting. So that's one of the reasons why this phone is so special. It's not just because of what it can do on the phone, but what it can do in conjunction with the power of Google and Google's AI. So this new AI Core app looks like it's a background process that ideally, from what we've gathered from this, is that it will pull and make sure it has the latest updated models, and also make it to where the AI functions on the phone work better. So kind of like an enhancer and then also an updater. At least that's from what I was reading. That's my understanding. And it makes sense because, well, if it's there and it's running, it can continually check for updates, making sure it's using the latest and greatest, has the latest and greatest models, and hopefully get us closer to where we need to be, where we can do the stuff with Bard, where we can do the stuff with Video Booster, where we can do the stuff with creating photos. Yeah, that's the greatest thing that people like to do lately. All these crazy AI videos and AI photos. You can't do that stuff on a phone. I mean, you can, but it's using a background server offsite on the internet somewhere because phones just aren't powerful enough to do that. So Google is building up their arsenal on their phone to continue to, I guess, elevate to the next level. And this AI Core app, from what I've read and what I've seen, is something that's supposed to help take that to the next level and be part of what's going on. Because we know the phone is not complete. I mean, the phone is complete as far as hardware goes, but we know that there's more features coming. There's a new Zoom feature that's supposed to be coming soon. We've got the Google Bard integration coming, with the Video Booster coming. There's a lot of things that are going to be coming to the Pixel 8 Pro. And also, from what I was reading, it looks like this AI Core app will get pushed out to other phones, Google phones eventually. It's not just a Pixel 8 Pro specific process or feature, but it is big for this phone because, well, people want to see what AI can do for them. Like, we've seen all the commercials, we've seen all the stuff, we see stuff on Twitter, we see all the deep fake stuff all the time. I think there's more to AI than that. But some of the meaningful things that you already get with the AI on the phone. The translator. The translator is amazing. It does that on the phone. It doesn't require the internet. It doesn't send that off to a separate server off-site. And then you've got the call assistant. That's enhanced with AI. I've talked about this before. That's why we have the level 3 security on the facial recognition now. This is the only Android phone out there that has a simple facial recognition scanner that will allow you to face unlock for your banking apps. Why? It uses the AI and machine learning and the security models to enhance it, to make it more secure. You can't say that about other phones. You got the other Android phones. You got to use the fingerprint scanner. There's a lot of things that AI does on the phone. All the voice to text. It does voice to text. You don't even need the internet for that. It does it straight on the phone. Or if you send a voice message and it get it translated into text, it does that. No internet required on the phone. So we're just building a library of more and more functional AI things that the Google Pixel phones can do. And I'm excited to see what happens as we unveil all this stuff for the next year. I've been looking at this for a while, and everybody expects AI to just be here, but there's a lot of different components to this. One, you have to have the AI models. Two, you have to have a powerful edge technology component to be able to access and use those models to do the things on the phone. And then you have to have the cloud-based AI. And then you need to make sure it all talks. So it's not just like everybody says, oh, the new Snapdragon 8 Generation 3, it's going to be so much better in AI. It's going to beat the Google Tensor 3. Well, it may have a foundational core that's capable of processing AI and machine learning, but where is the input, the models, the servers, and the infrastructure coming into play to take advantage of that? Without all that, it's really just meaningless talk. So I'm sure that there will be things that Samsung will do when it comes to the Snapdragon 8 Generation 3, whenever it gets inputted with One UI and all that great stuff. But I think that they're very far behind Google. I think Google has demonstrated they're out in front, just like they were out in front with the computational photography. That's what Google's been able to do for years. Google's been doing AI stuff since before anybody started talking about AI. They just use another word for it called computational photography, and it uses those models that they've developed and built to get those great point and shoot photos and all that other stuff that you can do, which is why they used the same camera for years and it was still beating everybody else because they were making all these back-end advancements. Now, a lot of other companies have caught up in that regard, and Google has had to do things like put 3 new cameras in the back of the Pixel 8 Pro. But I think that this is a very pivotal point in the smartphone world and where we're going next, as using these phones and not just looking at it as a phone, but also as a AI terminal that allows you to do things that you wouldn't have been able to do before. And just, I think the sky's the limit for a lot of the stuff. But I was excited when I woke up today. I was reading about the AI core stuff. Hopefully that starts getting pushed out soon. Hopefully Google will have an official statement to talk more about that, so that way we can get a better understanding of how that's going to fit in with the Pixel platform. But nice to see that we're getting some movement in that direction. And I think a lot of exciting things will start happening for the Pixel phones very, very soon. So that's all I've got. If you have any questions or comments, you have some discussion you want to add to this, please, of course, go to the comment section. We can talk about it. If you enjoyed the video, if you find this stuff helpful, if you love the Pixel content, you're in the right place. Hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. And as always, thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys next time.